Thank you for sitting down with us. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about the roles, plural, that you are playing.
So ensemble it's singing, it's dancing, which is so much fun. Being able to do Katie's choreography in the show is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The Church Soloist, I'm a church girl born and bred, and so like being able to take us to church at the top of the show is amazing and exciting. I didn't think that I was going to be chosen to do that, so I was really honored that I was. And then Squeak is just funny. just comedic relief. And I love being able to be silly and, just have those moments with the cast. And yeah.
Okay. So what got you excited about the show as a whole, or even the roles that you're playing?
Mm-hmm. To be perfectly honest, I think it's rare to have an opportunity to have a show that would be an all-black cast, especially here in LA. And so being able to connect with people who, just like understand, come from the same places and understand the same culture and have the same like emotional and cultural connection to the show, I think has been really beautiful. We have so much fun. Everybody just cuts up all the time. Like we get work done, but there's so much that just is understood and doesn't need to be explained.
Mm-hmm.
And being able to have the opportunity to experience that while also doing something that I'm so passionate about it was an opportunity you really couldn't pass up. And so many of us also know each other. And so bringing those relationships and connections and all that chemistry into the space, I think, is serving us all really well.
Good. Now, do you have a favorite musical out there?
In general?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yes. So I love, Rent was, favorite movie of all time, Sound of Music.
Okay.
So that's like my introduction to just like the concept of musicals.
Right.
I think the musical that pulls on my heartstrings the most is Rent, and just like the backstory with Jonathan Larson and how he created the show. Hamilton is my favorite musically because I love rap and I write rap, and so just having a show that is so lyrically layered and interesting. I also have a BA in history, and so the historical aspect of it is like it scratches an itch in my brain.
History, that was one, as I often say, one of the 5 majors that I went through because I truly love history. For me, it's specifically American history up through 1865. That's where I kind of lose interest.
Got you.
From there forward, but up from the beginning up to them,
love it.
I'm right there. I know the stuff like off the top of my head. But
for me, it was World War II and like specifically the Holocaust, which was like a really morbid special interest. But as a child, I watched Anne Frank, the whole story.
Oh yeah,
and it showed like her life before, it showed the annex, and then it showed what happened after.
Right.
And I was just like, what is this period of history? And I have to learn everything about it. And for the rest of my life, I've been mildly obsessed. So learning European history, I've got a long list of places I want to visit in Europe that are like historical sites.
So, like what?
I want to go to Auschwitz. I want to go to Lodz in Poland, Munich, Berlin. Places in Germany, obviously.
Right.
And like outside of like the World War II stuff, like London,
right?
And, various places in Italy, and
It's funny. My half of my family is actually from southern Italy. So,
oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm only half black. I'm half black and half Italian.
Oh,
so
really?
like my Italian side is from southern Italy.
Wow.
So and we're like my grandfather was born in Italy, so it's not that long, not that far out there. But I personally have never been. My brother, who was a drummer, he went like on one of his many tours as a drummer. Like he went to Italy. So
that's so
at
cool.
some point, I hope to go there and take my children there. But we will see if that.
That's amazing. My dad is biracial, and his mom, who was white, she is French Canadian. So her family's from like Quebec. but they're also German, I guess. So
yeah, we're all mixed.
yes,
There's no pure anything.
no, not at all.
So what's something that you do like outside of the theater world? Like, when you have any interests or hobbies or a survival job that many of us have?
So my day job, I work for a company called Influential. I'm the campaign manager, and so I work with creators to execute brand campaigns. So that keeps the lights on.
Right.
I am a sports enthusiast. The Olympics, I love the Summer Olympics more, and gymnastics is like my sport. But U.S. figure skating is back in the mix for the first time since I was a little kid, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
And I am also a singer, songwriter.
You mentioned
some voiceover.
rappers, right?
Yep. I written a rap song for Barbie or whatever. Yeah, so that's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Whoa, hold on, there we go. Another question I would like to ask is are you one of the few people who have been born and raised in Los Angeles, or where are you from?
I'm from Detroit.
Oh, from Detroit. So what brought you out here to LA?
Short version is met someone, love brought me to LA. We had a little baby, and so family was a big part of my life. But what has kept me in LA is the theater community.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So, I'm assuming you don't miss the winters of Detroit, or is that something that you really? No.
I miss the grass. I miss white Christmases. So snow. Right. Within that 1 month between Thanksgiving and New Year's.
Right.
But anything outside, no. It's fun to go back in the summer, but I did that this past summer, and the humidity. It was just being outside was so gross. And so even LA's dry heat is preferable. So it's
Well, we are a desert.
Yeah.
Actually. Now you mentioned sports. Are you following the Detroit sports team?
I am. The Pistons are back. The first time since '04. Let's go. I come from a basketball family, so.
Yeah, you know what? That '04 team, being a Laker fan, I really thought we had that one.
No.
But see, now what I will say is, honestly, if Karl Malone had not gotten injured, I honestly think that we would have had that one. I really do. I really do. Which is not saying much, because he was 38 at the time, if I remember correctly. But he was playing that playoff run. He was playing very well, and then he got hurt. And Kobe was out of his mind. But Larry Brown, I've always liked Larry Brown. I always thought he was a very good coach. He coached UCLA for a while, and then he got them on sanctions. But we'll talk about that. But yeah, no, I mean that was a good series.
Yeah.
I honestly thought that we would get that one, but did not happen.
Yes.
But I do remember those bad boy teams from the '80s. I remember those are some damn good teams.
Yes.
The only ones who actually stopped Jordan because they decided to beat his ass up.
Yeah. that 30 for 30 about the Bad Boys is one of my favorites. 30 for 30.
It's good.
And I actually have a Bad Boys snapback. And I don't remember how it happened, but I posted about the Bad Boys or did something, and John Sally started following me on
Really?
Instagram. Yes.
Well, he lives out here. I know.
Yes.
He's a musician.
Yes. I was
stand-up.
I was yes, you know the vibes. Yes. Yeah.
So, last question kind of for you is why should someone come see this production of this show?
There's so many reasons. As someone who has more of a music background than anything else, locally, this show is, in my opinion, one of the best that I've seen and been a part of since I've been in LA. Our Celie, Veronica, is absolutely incredible. But everybody, the entire cast is amazing vocally, and so I think just if you like the soundtrack, if you like the music from the show, do not miss this version of it. But then also, like, just the storytelling, I think everyone feels just like deeply connected to the story and to each other. And so I think the combination of the music, the acting, the emotional connection between the cast and how we're telling the story it's gonna be a once in a lifetime opportunity. You come see it, and if you miss it, it's gone. So don't miss it.
Thank you so much. Appreciate